Cuba cracks down on protests amid worst economic crisis in decades. The communist government is also dealing with a surge of COVID-19 cases. We stand with the Cuban people, Biden said. Cuba's communist government stepped up its crackdowns against demonstrators and activists today, cutting off most communication with the outside world, deploying security forces around the country, arresting more than dozens or hundreds of people, many of whose whereabouts remain unknown, activists said. Oh, no, they're Julie Chen. No, they're right to peacefully assemble. They're right to disappear.
Right.
Maybe.
And that's what's going to happen. They're going to march into these communities. Yeah, they might not know that there was a quote-unquote leader, like you said in the piece there, that there's no discernible leader. They'll just pick a few to make examples of.
And they'll pick them with an M16.
Right.
Yeah.
And they'll the word will get out. All right, they're coming to anybody. They don't care who it is.
Well, let's see how the media thinks about this. Let's go cut 7, G. This was this morning on ABC. Roll that.
I despise a dictatorship. I despise authoritarianism.
Okay, so just stop it for
just
this.
Blow her up.
So this low IQ moron, let me just tell you, again, she went to Cuba with Obama. She thought Barack Obama was by far the greatest thing ever. She supports the current administration, whatever. She sees no problem with communist dictatorships. Don't let her fool you. She sees no problem with authoritarianism. She has supported it all the time.
She supports Black Lives Matter, which is a Marxist organization. She supports every other organization. She supports AFL-CIO. She supports all these communist organizations, and now she's going to act as if she's some kind of humanitarian. This is just
So listen to the argument here. Go ahead.
And I do not want the people of Cuba to suffer under that repressive regime. I do believe that the blockades need to be lifted so that the people don't suffer. They're having a shortage of food down there. It's outrageous.
Okay, stop.
And
now she says it like, the Walmart just ran out, like they haven't purchased enough on the purchase order. Like she's surprised by that. Hello?
Well, I actually see it as she's trying to blame us for it now. Because of the blockade, it's our policies that the previous president, put in place here. It's his fault. I'm surprised she didn't say him by name.
Well, we're not done with the clip yet, are we? We're not done with the 2 clips I have. Don't worry, that's coming. Go ahead, G.
This is why I rail against voters' rights in this country, because it is a slippery slope to a dictatorship when people can't vote.
Yeah.
And we have to watch our own democracy very carefully right now. And there are other countries in the world who are on this slippery slope. It's not easy to say.
And now she sounds like Biden.
Slope. Yeah. I think of Hungary and Brazil, places like that, who are normally good democracies, are now veering into fascism.
Exactly.
It's important that the people in this world pay attention to places like Cuba, where we do not want these people to live in these they have an underground economy there. Otherwise, the people would never survive. And the blockades that we put on these people have not helped, really. They only really hurt the people, I would think. So I'm happy to see this, and I hope that it.
So, you're never going to mistake Joy Behar for someone who just walked out of the Mensa meeting, that's for sure, because she's just an idiot. The
layers of hypocrisy and her drivel, that was painful.
This is the I don't know if it's the top-rated show, but this is a show that
making housewives across America dumber by the minute.
Thousands of people watch probably every morning. And listen to her and take that seriously. This is what
this is what passes for like a news story.
Okay, cut 8, G. So we're not done yet. This one might be better. Roll that.
On Cuban television, Díaz-Canel blamed the protest on the U.S. and its trade embargo for a severe impact on Cuba's recent economic downturn.
For that, I wonder.
The Trump administration passed many more regulations, many more sanctions against it, which basically has cut off all income coming into Cuba.
Portia Siegelbaum is a CBS News producer based in Cuba.
Boy, she sounds like
the Biden administration, he at least said at the beginning he was going to review this policy and make changes, but nothing has happened.
Okay, so there you go. In the end, it's Trump's fault. That's exactly right.
That's it.
Somehow it's Trump's fault. So Joy Behar didn't get to the exact word, but don't worry, Rick. CBS did. CBS did.